Hello, here I am, my friends. It is a cozy Monday. Um, I hear the sound of a fan. One moment. There was, just up until moments ago, the sound of a lawnmower, and now it has ceased. Traivoli, hello. How are you? Constellazio, hello. How are you? It's good to see you. I have my coffee. I took a whole weekend off. No coffee all weekend long. I'm so proud of myself. So I'm definitely going to enjoy. The coffee was not doing the thing. Basically, like, for 2 or 3 weeks, I was feeling like, gosh, maybe even a month, I was feeling like, gosh, one coffee not doing the trick. Normally one coffee does the trick. And so I was wanting 2 cups of coffee, but when I get into 2 cups of coffee land, then I start having palpitations and more anxiety is not what we need. I had no coffee all weekend long, Katie. Are you proud of me? I meant to do that last weekend because I was aware that I needed to do a caffeine reset so that the caffeine would do the thing that I wanted it to in the quantity that I wanted to drink. It's very effective for me. It just works. But the problem was last weekend on Saturday, I woke up and I was a zombie, and I shambled my way into the kitchen and I made myself a cup of coffee and I drank my cup of coffee and I started to feel less like a zombie, and I remembered, oh, I was going to not drink caffeine all weekend long. Whoops. And so I proceeded to just go ahead and drink all the caffeine all weekend long, including 2 cups of coffee on Saturday, because I had 1 cup of coffee and it was my whole weekend of non-caffeine consumption was already completely ruined. Are you like that too? Are any of you like that too? Like, you don't get it perfect, so might as well just throw in the towel. That's what happened last weekend. But this past, I mean, when I say last weekend, I mean the weekend before last. This past weekend, I did it. I did the thing. And so now I'm enjoying my first cup of coffee since Friday. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was really not bad at all, honestly. It was fine. I was fine. No, more anxiety is not what we need. And yes, I'm very proud of you. Yay! And Constellazio has banned anxiety. Officially, it has been permanently, irrevocably banned. Bye-bye. Bye! Is it an ND thing? It could be an ND thing. In how many ways am I ND? Let me count the ways. How about let's have a music? Why is my streamer song list overlay turned off? Bam! I Make My Own Sunshine is our first request by the intrepid Constellazio. First in chat, only always. Nightbot could use some Zeus hammer coating. Oh, that could be fun. I have the light down lower than usual. If that's a problem, let me know, because the lights can go higher. The front lights can go high. This light over here is down as low as it can possibly go, and you don't want it any higher because then it starts blowing out. But I'm talking about the lights in front, the lights in my face. I'm aware that the lights in the back appear to be brighter than the lights in the front. And it's just a matter of personal preference at this moment, but as soon as anybody says, hey, you're looking a bit, I'll turn it up. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. Here's another thing I could do. I could find my glasses. Could I find my glasses? I cannot find my glasses. I have to step away from the keyboard to find my glasses. They are right over there, I swear. They fell off my nightstand during the night. and they have been broken for a little while. And I have not yet glued them back together, so I have to insert lens. Might as well kind of wipe lens off first. All right, we have the song requests coming in. I will get right on that just as soon as I get this. Kaliu. All right, I also need to wipe the other lens because there's... Dang it! I just went to wipe the other lens and the one I first put in there popped back out again. It's getting to the point where they're not holding together at all anymore. Okay, what? I need to get to problem solving. We're going to have to turn on the lamp a little more. Just, that's the wrong button. Just, what? Hello? There we go. Yuck. All right. Please go in. Please stay in. I'm begging you. Stay. 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 We got it. We got it. All right. Here we are. Here's the lovely ukulele case with the orange piping. Super glue is the plan. A super glue plan has not yet been enacted. However, I have both filed my taxes and yeah, it's gonna work out. So there's that. I did achieve that success, which was a bit dubious at first. It got unreasonably complicated this year. Achievements unlocked. I don't know. I never really thought of paying my taxes as achievement unlocked, but since it was a little bit more complicated this year, maybe I do need to think of it as achievement unlocked. That probably would do me some good. Good to see you, Verene Coninda, and thank you for your suggestion. You are right on target with that. That's the way to go, I think, because it fell off of the counter in the bathroom and hit the toilet bowl, which was very hard, and so it cracked right there. I don't know if you can see, tiny little crack right there that needs to be put back together. Yeah. Sukera Sparo games. I do not know about Sukera Sparo. Tell me about these games. Is it an anime style? Do the characters have large eyes? I haven't played. There's one or two of that style games that I've been like, they've been on my list, but I haven't played any of them either off stream or on stream. But do tell, because I know that you play a lot of games that I enjoy. So I know we have a similar taste in games, I think. Oh, that coffee is tasty. Okay. I make my own sunshine. I may need to pick a warm-up song before that one. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. You guys, I promised you a brand new song for today. And I'm going to start with a debut of a brand new song. And I'm going to use it as my warm-up song because I Make My Own Sunshine is a little challenging on the range for first song. They are translated. Yay. Yay. Okay. Looking up my lyrics. So I'm going to sing this a cappella. Although, I could play it on the ukulele. Guys, this is Bread and Roses. I'm going to put it in my streamer song list so that it shows up. Is it even in there yet? Hello? Nope, I haven't even added it yet. All right, creating a new song. Bread and Roses. We're going to say Judy Collins. This song is much older than Judy Collins. This song, I'm going to write it as a cappella at the moment, and we'll see. Like maybe at some point I'll add accompaniment to it. This song was a poem set to music. The poem was inspired by a photograph of mill workers in Massachusetts on strike in 1910-ish, somewhere around there, 19-teens. And one of the placards, big signs that they had said, "Give us bread, but give us roses too." And the poem that was written, inspired by that, was about that life, there's more to life than just man does not live by bread alone, and that the right to an enjoyable life is something that is everyone's right, not just the elite. So that's what this song is about. I'm going to throw this on the cue. And move it to the top. All right. Apologies for messing with the song order here, but I need to do this to warm my voice up. So I've been in a mood this year to add some songs to my song list from the wonderful history of songs related to the labor movement. And there were kind of like two waves of the labor movement and the very important role that music had in the labor movement. I think many people today are familiar with Pete Seeger and Judy Collins and some of those singer-songwriters, and they sang some new at the time songs, but also some songs from the previous wave of unionization, and that happened starting in the late 1800s. And it was an international workers' movement. And so there are songs from all over the world. The inspiration for this particular song was a strike by mill workers, woolen mill workers in Massachusetts in the United States. Not sure if the author of the poem might not have been a Brit. I am not sure. The song, I don't know. I'm just gonna jump in. Let's pick where it should go. As we go marching, marching in the beauty of the day. A million darkened kitchens, 1,000 mill lofts grey, are touched with all the radiance that a sudden sun discloses. For the people hear us singing, bread and roses, bread and roses. As we go marching, marching, we battle too for men, for they are women's children, and we mother them again. Our lives shall not be sweated from birth until life closes. Hearts starve as well as bodies. Give us bread, but give us roses. As we go marching, marching, unnumbered women dead go crying through their singing, their ancient cry for bread, small art and love and beauty, their drudging spirits knew. Yes, it is bread we fight for, but we fight for roses too. As we go marching, marching, we bring the greater days. The rising of the women means the rising of the race. No more the drudge and idler tend the toil where one reposes, but a sharing of life's glories, bread and roses, bread and roses. When I have a new song to sing that has something, some meat to it, some emotion behind it, I never know whether I'm going to make it through without many tears. First time I made it through. First time, no crying. I did cry inside. I did. The tears ran down the inside of my face, and now I'm sniffing a little bit. They did not come down the outside of my face. It was a close one. Yep. I love that song. I'm so glad it's on my list. And I think I may have picked a song to try and debut next week. And I'm gonna run it by my mods to see which version of it should I do, because it's a folk song that's been around for about as long as the song has been around, to within a few years, and has many, many versions. The original version of it is not, let's just say it's not G-rated. It's not for small children. And when I was a small child, I had a record. I think they call them vinyl these days, with this song on it. But it was a child-friendly version of it. And I've gone and done a bit of research, and I've listened to 20 or 30 versions of this song. And so I'm going to throw a couple of links into my mod channel in my Discord and get a little feedback from the people who help me keep this community wonderful, as to where do we fall with it. I would like to sing the original version, but I may have found an alternate version that respects the meaning, the oomph behind it. So yes, we do work on keeping it PG. So the question that I have basically is, it's not really, okay, I can't say PG. We're more like PG 13 to 15, somewhere in there, 13, PG 13, is more where our community is. We try and keep it as family friendly as possible. But we're not perfect. And, I swear sometimes in real life, PG, the whole system in the United States is a little confusing. But there is a rating system for whether something is appropriate for children and what age children it would be appropriate for, that gets applied to things like movies and video games, and there are different systems actually for movies and for video games. But that PG emote is from Claire Pick's channel, and she has friends who watch the stream with their small children, and so she actually keeps it very family friendly. And we're like not quite as family friendly, but we strive for family friendly-ish, right? The rating system in Europe, I think, makes a little more sense because it actually has more age number. Like we have G, which is general audiences, which is all the way down to as small a child as you want. Then there's PG, which is, I'm not sure what age that's supposed to be appropriate for. Then there's PG-13, which clearly has a number. That's something that makes sense to me, 13. And after that, there's R, which I think means, here we are. I've lived in America for how many years? I'm not telling you. And I can't tell you exactly. I think it means that you have to be 17 or have a parent with you, or maybe have a parent's permission to see an R-rated movie. But in general, in the United States, what's considered problematic for children is not violence, but is sex, or even body parts, like any body parts showing. We're not going to get into a whole bunch of details because we can't talk about it in detail without being unfriendly. Xander, absolutely. The R rating is for pirate movies. Clearly, thank you. How could I have been so confused about that? Restricted. Under 17 requires parent or guardian. Not just permission, but actual presence of parent or guardian. Okay. Peg legs required to go see an R-rated movie. Oh, well punned, Xander. Well punned. Oh, do I have a button for that? I don't. I need a button. So when I visited Claire Pick's on her stream, I still can't believe that actually happened. She has a Stream Deck. I have a mini Stream Deck, and her Stream Deck has a button for the pun bomb. And I thought, oh, I could do that too. Like hers actually makes a big splashy visual pun bomb thing on the screen, but I could have one that just connected to doing this, which required me like pressing 8 buttons on my keyboard. Like, couldn't I hook up that to automatically type something? Is that a thing that can be done? I'm not quite sure. I bet there's a way to do that. I bet there's a way to make Stream Deck talk to Nightbot. There we go. Is that faster? Yes. Okay, that's faster. I need to remember to do it that way until I figure out whether or not it's possible to program my Stream Deck to get Nightbot to do that. Because it's wonderful to acknowledge the effort people go to for a little bit of wordplay. It's not nothing. We appreciate wordplay in this stream, and so people should be acknowledged. A pun is like a not funny joke, isn't it? A pun is a specific type of joke that's made by twisting the meaning of a word or the sound of a word, a play on words. And so the normal reaction to a pun is not necessarily a laugh. Oftentimes people will groan instead, which makes you think that they are not appreciating the joke, because if it was a funny joke, you would have laughed and not groan. If it were a funny joke and not a pun, a groan would mean that was a terrible joke and not a funny joke at all. Vortludo. Se ni diru Esperante. But in my opinion, I could be wrong. Tell me what you think, guys. A groan is an absolutely appropriate sound of appreciation for a pun. I don't think it means that you thought it was terrible or bad. I mean, you could say a terrible pun and still mean that in an appreciative way. I don't know, but I want to encourage puns and wordplay. So we stole, with permission, Claire's pun bomb emote. We love to use her emotes here because they are phenomenal. They were designed by the marvelous Countess C. My coffee has a skin. Blah. Albur. If I had learned that word, I did not know it. What do they call it in Spain, Khalil? Is there a special word for it in Mexico, but there isn't in Spain? Or I'm curious how it is that the word for it in Mexico. Humor rancio, como de profesor sustituto. Xander, here we tend to say dad jokes, not substitute teacher jokes, but I think, yeah, substitute teacher joke. Does that really say rancid humor? My Spanish is rusty, but it looks to me like it says rancid humor like a substitute professor. Haha dogs, hello, how are you? All right, I'm going to remember to push this button here, and then I can sing I Make My Own Calemburo. I know that word. Thank you, Traivoli. Dankon. All right. This one is one that I taught to one of my goddaughters when she was first learning the ukulele. And it's just so perfect for her. So I think about her every time that I play this song. And she's much better at it than I am. I find this song to be challenging, but I recently decided not to use a capo. And I'm not sure if that's a good decision or not. We will see. I think I'm going to use this plectrum. And what's wrong with my... Hang on, I got to adjust my camera a little bit here. We want to see more of the ukulele. Albur, calembur in Spain. Okay, not very frequently used. I think pun is a word that's pretty frequently used in English, and there's even a word that got pushed together between the word pun and funny. So you can't say that a pun is funny. It's not a funny joke. It's a punny joke. And I like that word. Oh, I was going to use this. Everything is wonderful, everything is great. Free as a bird singing outside my window pane. Got a fresh new start. It's a brand new day, and I've got lots of love to give away. It don't matter if it's raining, nothing can faze me. I make my own sunshine, and if you think you can break me, baby, you're crazy. I make my own sunshine. Ooh, 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 let's make a rainbow, look for the pot of gold. I'll show you how to make it nice and easy. Even if a cloud starts forming on my lovely day, there's nothing, no nothing that can stand in my way. It don't matter if it's raining, nothing can faze me. I make my own sunshine, and if you think you can break me, baby, you're crazy. I make my own sunshine. Ooh, 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 ooh. I make my own sunshine. Ooh. I make my own sunshine. I'm continuing to struggle with that song. It's not, I mean, it's the 4 easiest chords that there are. The strumming pattern is simple. The song is not complicated, but I haven't yet figured out how to really make it my own. I just haven't figured out what way is my way of doing that song. I certainly don't do it like the original exactly. I don't know. I have yet to feel really authentic with that song. And that doesn't mean that it needs to be heated off the list or anything. I'm just continuing to struggle through the process of figuring out how to make it my own. When I first started making music, when I would learn a song, I would be imitating the version of it that I had heard. And then eventually, as I listened to more and more versions, I was like, okay, but I like this thing that cover did, and this thing that cover did, and I could try that, and I could try this. And then eventually I started just throwing all that out the window and going, yes, but how do I do it? And that took a long time to get to that point. It's just kind of impossible at the beginning. But it feels more natural to me now, except with this song, I'm like, yes, I'm doing it differently than the original singer did, but it doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't feel like this is mine, this is my song, I'm singing this from my heart. So I'm in the process, but it's okay. I'm a process person, and I also, this stream has always been me practicing music to try and get better at it. I know there are a lot of music streamers out there that are already good at music. Thank you so much for being here. I don't get it sometimes, but since I'm a process person and I enjoy watching streamers who are in the process of becoming better musicians, I've loved seeing Claire Pick's journey as she's, over the years become, just learned so many skills that have come together to make beautiful music, and yet is still completely open to process and experimentation and trying things and going, oh, that was a mess, and then trying something else, or going, oh, that was a mess, let's try it again next time, instead of going over it again. So maybe I'm not the only process person out there. Maybe that's why you all are here. I don't know. But thank you anyway. Korako saluton. Good to see you. We have still one more request in the list, and feel free to put something in the list. The coffee, it is a little hot. Once Upon a December, from the movie musical Anastasia. This is not a link I can click on. That's bright. All right, I forgot to push that button, which I should have done at the beginning of stream. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, that's okay. We'll leave it alone and pretend everything is fine. We'll try auto scroll. Auto scroll. See how that works. Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings. Once upon a December, someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm, figures dancing gracefully across my memory. Far away, long ago, glowing dim as an ember, things my heart used to know. Once upon a December, someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm, figures dancing gracefully across my memory. One second. I'm looking for my capo. Guys, I can't find my capo. You know what that means? Oh wait, here it is. Far away, long ago, glowing dim used to know once upon a December, and a song that someone sings once upon a December. All right. So yeah, the whole non-capo key change doesn't always work for me yet. The non-capo key change involves A sharp minor and D sharp minor, and the E goes away, which would be nice because I'm not a fan of even the cheaty E is hard, but I feel like the real E might happen this year. There have been a couple of times so far this year that I have played the real E, and it has to do with what other chords are in context around it. Like where are my fingers on the fretboard? And in some cases, it's like the real E is the one that makes sense now, relative to whichever chords I was playing in whichever song that was that I played the real E. It doesn't happen often, but it's happened a couple of times, so that makes me hopeful. Like this might be a thing sometime this year. Like over the course of the year, I could gradually maybe get that real E into my. The word that I have for it is muscle memory. But it's really more about the nerve fibers, and yes, there's some, finger strength issues that have to do with it. Malagueña. Okay, so to my ear, when I hear malagueña, that word means not a particular song, but a whole category of songs and dances. It's like a sevillanas or a. Now I could be totally wrong, but that's where my brain goes when I hear the word malagueña. Now, it's interesting you should bring that up, Khalil, because at one point in the past, I bought an online course to learn how to play flamenco style music on the ukulele. Haven't done it yet because I did not have the tool set which I required, the fingernails. A girl from Malaga. Or a song or dance from Malaga in some instances, perhaps. So I have now got 4 out of 5 grown out enough to do that sort of thing. And I don't know if you can tell, but I've done odd things to my fingernails to make them stay at this length. But this one, despite my attempts, did break. And so I'm having to grow it back out again. It's, it's starting to get somewhere. You can see a little bit of fingernail from this side, which you couldn't before it was too short. So yeah, it's something that I'm definitely interested enough in to be attempting to grow the tool set that I need to be able to play Spanish style music, Spanish guitar style music on the ukulele. That's something I would love to do someday. I have not seen the Kill Bill movies. I've seen a few excerpts. They seem hilarious, but I just haven't seen it yet. Solune, saluton, bonvenon al citie. Well, let's see. What do we have next? We can set that song as played. And the next is I Wonder As I Wander. I thought that this was... What happened to my... Oh, I know what happened. I thought that this was on my Christmas list and therefore had been turned off. Did you mean to request this song? I'm willing to play it, but I generally only play it at Christmas time. So it's only on my list by accident. Yes, alia esperantisto. Estas pluraj ĉi tie de tempo al tempo. It's a hangout for people who speak Esperanto. I think the fact that there's a skin on my coffee means I have my coffee mug heater turned on too much. The title seems like something I should know from somewhere, but I have no specific memory. If it's a list error, feel free to skip. I'm going to go ahead and skip it. In that case, hello? What happened? Okay, there it is. I'm going to skip it because it's very, very Christmas specific. I don't play a lot of religious songs, but I do occasionally around Christmas time. And I play a few other religious songs here and there. But this one I think I need to edit. And my brain is just, I should be able to do that quickly while I'm streaming. My brain is refusing to do that. So I'm just going to, for the moment, remove it from the queue and hope that I remember to edit that, to add it to the Christmas list, which will automatically turn it off until Christmas. Oh, Solune, it's really hard to tell. I tried to go 3 hours, but my energy has been very low recently, so I don't always make it. And occasionally I do a longer stream than 3 hours. You know, if I get in 5, I'm very happy, but on a music day when I'm not planning on gaming at all, 3 hours is a more reasonable number to attempt. So yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan. It's always hard to tell. I don't have a strict time set. So I'm going to continue to work through the request list. You're welcome to request a song if you'd like. And this one I tend to do with my reentrant ukulele rather than the tenor. I mean, the tenor used to be a reentrant ukulele, but now I have it strung with a low G. But this one is strung traditionally with a high G. So we'll give this a go. So this is my Esperanto adaptation of Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin. That's a little too fast. I tend to start my ska rhythm songs too quickly. Something's wrong with my pucker. Can't whistle. Jen la canto de la tag, gin canto antau aina agne sorgu. Feliciu, ciu spertas foje genon, por gin trakti faru jenon ne sorgu. Feliciu, ciu pri la cosa ti ferraru, ciu problemas pli ol jaro ne sorgu. Feliciu, por congres nenia mono, el monerui mal plena sono ne sorgu. Feliciu. Ĉu plura mem pliigas amon? Eble jes. Ĉu ankaŭ dramo ne zorgu? Compersu post hejmenir, jen sola sent Esperantuja fundament kaj ne zorgu. Feliĉu, ne ploru pro mankanta ĝoj, esperu pri la estonta foj, ne zorgu. Nur feliĉu. Jen la canto de la ta, ĝin cantu antaŭ ajna agne zorgu. Feliĉu, ĉiu spertas foje ĝenon, por ĝin trakti faru jenon, ne zorgu. Feliĉu, ne zorgu. Feliĉu, ne zorgu. Feliĉu. All right, this ukulele definitely, I have to remember to move the microphone closer to the ukulele before I play it because it's so tiny. It doesn't make nearly as much sound, and it's only one little size difference away from this tenor. But you guys, this tenor is a lot more ukulele than the money. You can see the brand up here. I have a link down in chat, not in chat. I have a link down in my description about this ukulele because I just couldn't recommend it more highly. Now this one is the tenor, and if you are not looking for this size ukulele, this company also makes other size ukuleles, but it's just, it's like the quality of a ukulele that's at least half as much, again, if not twice as much money as it costs. So if you don't have hundreds of dollars to spend on a ukulele, I do recommend this brand. I was a little nervous because it was the first ukulele that I bought online without like looking at it, and I was like, this could go so badly. But it did not. It's good to know the basics of like how to choose a ukulele that's going to give you the sound that you want. But it's still, I mean, all of that still applies if you're buying online because returns are possible, but I did not need to. So I was very happy about that. It's not that I don't like the other ukuleles that I've had. They were definitely good for the time that at the time that I bought it. They were the right choice because I didn't even have I didn't have very much money to spend on ukuleles, so I've always kept costs down as much as is possible, but I'm very happy with what I got out of what I spent on this. Guys, it's important to know that Katie has a YouTube channel, and she does stuff in Esperanto. Their channel's like got tons of shorts on it, which I am too addicted to shorts that are hilarious. So highly recommended. It's not an educational channel, you know, like Exploring Esperanto is. It's more of a let's have some fun channel, which I enjoyed and do a good job. A star, absolutely. A star. All right, Salone's requested Tell Me on a Sunday. Ah, love this song. Love this song. Why is this link not a live link? All right. Does this have auto scroll? Yes. Except it doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. All right. Listening to a lot of songs from musicals lately. I love it. I love musicals so much. I'm just doing a little roll call to check to see if all of these songs, all of these chords are under my fingers. I've kind of forgotten what the B flat is. There, that's what the B flat is. All right. Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent musicals, both Sweeney and Jesus Christ Superstar. I had the opportunity to be in Sweeney. It was Chorus and Young Lucy. It was a challenging musical, let me tell you. I mean, Sondheim is challenging, period, but Sweeney Todd is challenging Sondheim. And luckily we had two musical directors, and one of which was a member of our chorus. She took on working with the chorus, and she had sung in Sweeney Todd professionally, and this was a community production. So she was able to take everything she had learned and also make a few simplifications where necessary for our particular cast, since it wasn't full of professional musicians. There were just a handful of professional musicians among us. Yeah. Repo's a rock opera. And I love rock opera. I mean, you know, the same thing applies whether we're talking about musicals or whether we're talking about straight plays. Operas end in a funeral, and comedies end in a wedding, and yeah. They had you sing with the baritones. When I was in school, I sang with the baritones for 2 or 3 years because they didn't have enough baritones. Watch Party. Can't do Repo in my Discord. Wish I could, but if you want to host that, do you have a Discord, Katie? We could maybe even ask I Feel It in the Water. I don't know. I mean, we need to find somebody somewhere else to host that, because Repo is not PG-13. Nowhere near it. I mean, we can't just volunteer Water's Discord. Water's Discord has been by invitation only, so we gotta kind of like broach that subject delicately. I feel very awkward to have brought it up. I don't have a server anymore, but I could remake one. Okay. Well, we'll find a way. Don't write a letter when you want to leave. What's wrong with this? I'm not in the same key. It wants me to sing much higher than I want to sing. I don't like this key at all. I need to find something else. Sorry, I'm going to find something else. It's going to take me just a moment. Oh, I can transpose it here. All right. All right, let's see if we like starting it in D. All right, let's try it here. This might work. Don't write a letter when you want to leave. Don't call me at 3 a.m. from a friend's apartment. I'd like to choose how I hear the news. Take me to a park that's covered with trees. Tell me on a Sunday, please. Let me down easy. No big song and dance. No long faces, no long looks, no deep conversation. I know the way we should spend that day. Take me to a zoo that's got chimpanzees. Tell me on a Sunday, please. Don't want to know who's to blame. It won't help knowing. Don't want to fight day and night. Bad enough you're going. Don't leave in silence with no words at all. Don't get drunk and slam the door. That's no way to end this. I know how I want you to say goodbye. Find a circus ring with a flying trapeze. Tell me on a Sunday, please. Don't want to know who's to blame. It won't help knowing. I don't want to fight day and night. Bad enough you're going. Don't leave in silence with no words at all. Don't get drunk and slam the door. That's no way to end this. I know how I want you to say goodbye. Take me to a park that's covered with trees. Tell me on a Sunday, please. You know, guys, someday, I'm speaking this into the universe, someday I'm gonna get a looper, and then I'm gonna be able to put together some background music for the voice mindfully while I'm concentrating on it, and then I'm gonna be able to sing the song mindfully without concentrating on singing, without having to try to also play an instrument, which is not my forte. It would be amazing, but it's a process. Getting there is a process. I have to get an input first because all of the input places on my computer are full. So XLR input, and then that means changing my microphones as well. So, but one step at a time. I believe this could be the year. This could be the year when that happens. Loopers are amazing. The coffee is gone. Why is the coffee gone? All right. Thank you for all those lovely emotes, Constellatio. Thank you for that request. So Luna, I really love that song. Thank you very much for requesting it. That is the least amount of crying that I've ever done while singing that song, I think. And I am not 100% certain that I have the tabs for Firefly. I think I do. It's one of those tabs that disappears on occasion. There's some tabs. These tabs look super dodgy. Super, super duper dodgy. We shall see. All right. When is the last time I played this song? Probably like a year ago, at least. Capo, though. Capo, yes. Capo, absolutely. Need a capo. Where did that capo go? There it went. All right. Capo tends to wander off. Hello? Hello? Xander? Xander, what? Xander, thank you. You have no idea how much of a difference that makes. That puts me so much further along towards it. Unbelievable. Thank you so freaking much. That is humongous. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, my friend. Whew. Thank you. I've been doing my homework diligently. I have good advice. I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna absolutely do this right. I'm not gonna mess around and spend money on equipment and be like, oh, that was a mistake. That wasn't the right thing for this stream. No, I'm gonna get this right. Thank you so much. Also, there's many ways to there are a lot of people out there in the world who have gotten a looper and then decided they wanted a different looper. Like they wanted to upgrade and have a looper with a bigger, longer buffer or something like that. And so there are loopers on the secondhand market to be had. So there's many ways to make money go real far. So I'm super duper excited. I will continue to get good advice, do lots of research. Thank you. What can I play for you, Xander? Please. I know I yeeted a song off of the list earlier, but let's try again. The mic that's connected to the looper doesn't pick up an instrument. I know that some microphones are really designed for picking up voice and others are better designed for instruments. So it does make a difference what type of microphone that you have, certainly. You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. 'Cause they'd fill the open air, leave teardrops everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. Oh no. The tabs are incomplete. So I have to memorize what the chords are doing. That's gonna be tough. 'Cause I'd get 1,000. Oh wait, it's G C F. Okay, that part I can do. 'Cause I'd get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs as they tried to teach me how to dance. A foxtrot above my head, a sock hop beneath my bed, a disco ball is just hanging by a thread. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. Please leave my door open just a crack. Please take me away from here, 'cause I feel like such an insomniac. Please take me away from here. Why do I tire of counting sheep? Please take me away from here. When I'm far too tired to fall asleep to 10 million fireflies. I'm weird 'cause I hate goodbyes. I got misty eyes as they said farewell. But I'll know where several are if my dreams get real bizarre, 'cause I saved a few and I keep them in a jar. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. Okay, we do that again. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. Because my dreams are bursting at the seams. Okay, well, here's what I need to do. I need to take those chords and make sure that the actual chords go near the words so that I can not have to scroll back and forth, which I don't have a hand for. Dankon, Katie. I have hopes for like slightly tidier. Tidier would be nice. You know, I feel like, yes, potential for if the information that I need is right there in front of my nose, then it will be tidier. But thank you. All right, that song is super fun, and it was not playable for a long time because the artist had the tabs taken down from everywhere. And so I've recently, words, help me. The words are not in my favor today. I got an account, not a paid account, just an account, a free account on guitar chords.com. Is that? No, that's not what it's called. The big, whatever it is, guitar chords website. The paid version is different. What are words? This is the eternal question, Constellacia. Thank you very much. What are words? And what that allows me to do is make edits and save personal versions of songs. This is excellent. This will allow me to do many things. This will allow me to put Esperanto words and have that saved as a personal version of a song, etc. I need to take a quick break, but I'm going to play the request for Xander first. But I need to ask, did you mean to request the Esperanto language version, or did you want the English language version? Because it's some of them I don't actually have both versions on my song list, but I just want to double check which you would prefer, because I could probably do either one. I don't know if I've ever done the English language version or not, if it's not on my, but hey, we can make things happen. Xander's, yes, Xander's first. Xander has probably I don't know, what are numbers? Unlimited Esperanto version. Okay. All right. Do the Esperanto version. I'm so excited. All right. This is a great translation, by the way. One of the multiple songs in my song list that were translated by Bertillo. Let me edit my cue a little bit. We click that button and we drag this over here. And Salune, I will definitely get to Everybody Wants to Be a Cat after my break. It'll be a little short one. Well, I can't promise that. It'll be 3 or 4 minutes break, but after this song. So we're doing Jen venas sun, which is Here Comes the Sun in Esperanto. I don't have this translation accredited to Bertillo here, so I need to make a quick edit. That's how I make a note. Hello? It says it's saved, but it didn't, okay. So it's not showing up on my overlays, but I think the next time it gets requested, the edited version should show up in my overlays. All right. No capo needed. Bertillo faris multajn tradukojn kaj aliajn projektojn. Yes. Yes. Where do we start with many other projects? Academiano, Pomego, Nun Pivo. Li hesitis longe ne volonte esti ankaŭ la vortaristo, ĉar li estas la gramatikisto. Okay, when I capo and then uncapo, I have to retune. Gotta remember this. Something's wrong with my ears. It's still not right. Okay. Maybe we use this felt plectrum. La sama Bertillo. Yes, Pomego. Pomeg tiu Bertilo. Jen venas sun, mi diras bonege, badanda dadanda dadanda dadanda. Carulino, malvarma vintro longe daŭris. Carulino, ĝi kvazaŭ jarojn estis for. Jen venas sun, jen venas sun, mi diras bonege, badanda dadanda dadanda dadanda. Carulino, ridetoj ekas reaperi. Carulino, ĝi ŝajne jarojn estis for. Jen venas sun, jen venas sun, mi diras bonege, badanda dadanda dadanda dadanda. Sun, 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 venas nun. 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 Carulino, nun ekdegelas la glacio. Carulino, malumis jarojn en la kor. Jen venas sun, jen venas sun, mi diras bonege, badanda dadanda dadanda dadanda. Jen venas sun, mi diras bonege, badanda dadanda dadanda dadanda. Bonege, ba 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 ba. Bertilo ne estas ilo por berti, sed homo, sed la demando estas, kio estas tiu verbo berti? Nur Bertilo povas diri tion al vi, aŭ efektive montri tion al vi. Do, por tio vi devos iam ekkoni lin, kaj tiam vi povos demandi. Ĉu vi povus klarigi al mi kio estas berti? Kaj eble li diros al vi. Eble. Eble yes. Eble ne. That was a little rough. I had the feeling all the way through that it wanted a capo, which is odd because I have no indication of capo on that whatsoever. Let me try just for a second. We're going to test, do a little test, see what does that feel like with a capo? Like, what if I capoed two? Like, who capos two? Nobody capos two, ever. Jen venas sun, mi diras bonege, ba 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 ba. Sun, 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 venas nun. Yes? What about capo 3? Jen venas sun, mi diras bonege, ba 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 ba. Sun, 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 venas nun. No, capo 2. I'm going to make a note. Try capo 2. Capo. It's just a comment. Try capo 2? Question mark? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe that'll be a thing. Maybe that's where I'll sing that. Don't know. This is a process. We're in process. All right. So, I'm going to go to the queue and click that as played. Thank you so much. Feel free to request more songs. Theater. Thank you so much for your incredible equipment fund donation. I may cry a little bit while I take a couple minutes break. I'm going to have a tiny snack. I've been changing the way I've been eating. It's going okay so far, but the trick is eating enough food, because there are like a whole bunch of things that I was eating before that I'm not eating now. So, Constellazio, did you have a period of time where you were learning why am I calling out Constellazio? Let me ask everybody, have you all ever had a period of time where you're learning a new way of eating, not eating some things that are not so good for you that you used to eat, and have had some challenges trying to figure out, how am I going to eat enough food? Because that's where I'm at right now. And this is not a challenge I'm accustomed to. I mean, food is delicious, right? But right now, I'm needing to make sure I get a little snack here or there. Ooh, I see y'all are adding things to the song list. I'm a fan. Please continue to do so. While I'm gone, I will play all those songs for you. When I come back, we are at 7 of 12. That information is not visible to you, so I'm letting you know. I'm aiming for 12 songs. Sometimes I pass it. Sometimes I don't make it. Usually I make it to at least 12 songs, but at 12 song mark, I start to think about maybe finishing up, but we're at 7, and there's 2 more on the request list right now. So that's where we are. Changed diet a few times, never had that issue. Okay. Constellazio thought he would have issues going sugar-free, but found it a breeze. Yay, I'm so proud of you. I feel like sugar is the biggest addiction in our society. Like, there are other addictions that are viewed as addictions, which create really big problems for a smaller percentage of the population. But sugar also creates really big problems, and for a really huge percentage of the population, because sugar is everywhere. Yeah. So, Katie, I started using a macro tracker, and I'm not going to say which one I've been using because it's been crashing on me, unfortunately, so I can't recommend it at the moment. But yes, caffeine also, Korako, falls into that category of an addiction that is completely socially acceptable. However, caffeine does not create the health and societal problems that sugar does, and alcohol does, and other things do. So I don't feel the same way about coffee. I was raised in a culture that did not include coffee, but sugar was there. Salune, absolutely. The stuff you can reasonably prepare for a while. I used to do once a month cooking, which is a batch cooking process where you pick a few favorite recipes and you make large quantities of those recipes, and then you repackage them in individual meal sizes or reheatable, like whatever it is that you want to cook at once. So you like prepare it, not cooked and already, but ready to go in the oven or whatever. So like several meatloaves, and put them in the freezer, and then cook them later. Like, don't just prepare them to be cooked and then whatever it is, or a casserole or a pan of lasagna, and sometimes, like when it came to enchiladas, we would actually go ahead and cook those because those were great reheated in the microwave. And so we just divide them up into one night serving, and then just reheat them either in the oven or the microwave or whatever. And I did a lot of breakfast recipes that way. Like, I had muffin tins of 3 different sizes. I had like enormous ones and teeny tiny ones, and I used the teeny tiny ones for things like cookies that were like in the size and shape of a little muffin, and then I used the enormous ones for like an a I would make like an omelet type thing with like eggs and some ground meat and some chopped vegetables, and make those, and those would reheat well. I also did breakfast burritos. I loved those. And those reheat, like you would just like wrap them in a paper towel and put them in the microwave. Monstro, yes. Are the Monster energy drinks something that chase you when you've got some work to do? For me, for a while, it was sugar-free Red Bull. Haha, dogs, have a good night. Sleep tight. Dormu bone. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. I am going to run a 3-minute ad break. While I'm gone, you will miss nothing at all because I will be back shortly after that ad break is over. I'm going to make my BRB screen. And I will see you all shortly. And I will play the songs on the song list. I think we can have 2 more songs on the song list. And yeah, I'm excited. Katie's challenging me a lot today here, picking songs that I haven't played very much. So thank you, Katie, for issuing the challenge. I will rise to the challenge. I struggle with that song in a variety of ways. So I'm looking forward to working on that after I sing Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. But here we go. BRB. I'm going to just have a snack and move my body a little bit and be right back. Hello, I'm back. All right. Caffeine is the topic. I'm trying to catch up just a little bit. Katie, are you working from home now? Dealing with the public on easy mode. All of the customers you have to deal with are state school teachers. So even if they have a problem or a complaint, they're articulate and able to listen. That is good. Katie had someone who works in research say something similar, like all the public he talks to are people who agreed to be in a research study, so they aren't completely regular people. I think that's an interesting concept because we do these research studies and we think, oh great, they're random, you've got randomization within the groups of control group and test group A and B and whatever, but none of it is completely randomized to the general public because all of these are people who were willing to be in a research study. So yeah, that makes them different. Dankon pro la rebonvenigo coraco. Still have to go in for work, but my boss is cool and lets me leave early anytime I finished early. Yes. I see what you're doing in the background there, Constellatio. Very helpful. I appreciate that. All right, let's do a few more songs. I'm going to have a sip of drink. My snack did not go very well. I found something, but it was taking too long to eat it, so I did not eat very much of it. Might be worth, Constellatio, doing that same thing for past tense and future tense. It's less common, but it could get swatted by the bot. All right, we have Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. This is one of my most challenging songs. Oh, hey, it says capo 3. I shouldn't have taken that capo off. Thank you so much for working with AutoMod on that. If we copy and paste that, maybe I will see what I need. Yes. Okay. So we've got a lot of chords here that I'm not familiar with. Just running through them to double check that they're under my fingers, but the problem is many of these are slash chords that I don't play on a regular basis. Okay, there's like 3 chords that I know, and the rest of them, "16 chords." All right, let's give it a go. What's the A minor 6/C? Okay, that's the same as the E minor. No. E minor /D. No! Oh. That's interesting. Okay. Let's try it with that plectrum. Everybody Everybody wants to be a cat because a cat's the only cat who knows where it's at. Everybody's picking up on that feline beat, 'cause everything else is obsolete. Now a square with a horn makes you wish. Oh, okay, hang on. Verse 1 went pretty well. Verse 2, need to double check a few things here. We've got A minor slash G. Sharp A minor slash G. Now a square with a horn makes you wish you weren't born. Every time he plays with the square in the act, he can set music back to the caveman days. I've heard some corny birds who tried to sing, but a cat's the only cat who knows how to swing, who wants to dig a long-haired gig or stuff like that. Why is this just E minor for the rest of the way through the verse? That's incorrect. Who wants to dig a long-haired gig and stuff like that? 'Cause everybody wants to be a cat. Everybody wants to be a cat because a cat's the only cat who knows where it's at. While playing jazz, you always has a welcome mat, 'cause everybody digs a swinging cat. Everybody digs a swinging cat. You guys, I feel like that's a completely different song than I've ever played. Those chords are not the same chords I've played before. I think I just added like 10 more chords to my repertoire. I feel like I want to play it again. I want to go again. What? Okay. I did it. Thank you, Solune, for requesting that. I never expected. All right. I wonder if that's like a different version. This is on ultimateguitar.com, which is the thing that I couldn't remember the name of before, that I got myself a free account for so that I can like make my own versions and stuff. There is one error in it. There's a whole big long section with no chords written down, but I went back to a previous verse and I figured out what verse sounds similar, so I just went back to that verse and sang the other words, but with the previous chords. The thing, I did the thing. All right, so that's one that I'm going to leave open because I need to make an edit to it and save to like personal tabs so that I can have all of the chords in verse 3 that I want instead of just half of the chords in verse 3. Yeah, I'm also going to make a note to self that, I got a note to self about Capo 3. I'm going to add another note that I like the felt plectrum. I'm going to write thin felt plectrum because it's not my favorite felt plectrum, but I like it for this song. The German version is different. Katze brauchen furchtbar viel Musik. Katze brauchen furchtbar viel Musik. I've seen this film in German. The benefits of having had a German-speaking child around one for a significant amount of time means that, you know, I've heard the Disney stuff. Lots of Frozen. 'Twas the era of Frozen, but also this one. This one's good. I like this one. All right. So go back to the cue. Say I did it. All right. Next, Lavango. This is the Esperanto translation. Also, I need to make a note of who translated this because this was my friend Haas. Hello. Oh, come on, keyboard. Who I met at NASC. By the way, if you want to like meet people face to face, like lots of them, and make lots of friends that speak Esperanto, NASC is the place to go. That's the place to be. In the United States. If you're in Europe, you've got tons of options. But for us in the United States, we don't have all that many places to go to hang out with tons of Esperanto speakers for multiple days in a row. So this year, how do you say this in English? The National Conference, that sounds so incredibly formal, is going to be in the same location directly after. Oh, Coraco, well said. Well said. All right, back to our cue. Lavango, this is a challenge for me because the first time I performed this with Haas on his request, I only sang. I did not play an instrument. He played the instrument, and this is like not hard chords, but the question is, where do the chords go? And what I have here is just the lyrics only. That doesn't do me any good at all. How have I ever performed this on stream? Have I ever performed this on stream? Never. That would explain things. All right, so we need to pull up the tabs from somewhere. Oh, that's not the right way to search for that. Okay, so we pulled that up and then we pull this tab out and we put them next to each other. Can I do this? All right, our chords are G and C, an A minor, 7, and D7, and D, and E minor. All right, that's fine. Can all this fit on the screen? If I move this over, will that work? Yes! I know I use a capo for this. Absolutely know that I I use a capo for this. It's somewhere between 3 and 5. Let's try capo 4, see what happens. I took my love and I took it down. climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? I don't know. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Pardonon! Vi petis ĝin en Esperanto. La duan parton mi faros en Esperanto. Nu longe mi timis ŝanĝojn, ĉar mi konstruis vivon ĉirkaŭ vi. Sed tra temp kreskas saĝo kaj same la aĝo kaj ja pliaĝiĝas mi. Jes, ja pliaĝiĝas mi. Nu longe mi timis ŝanĝojn, ĉar mi konstruis vivon ĉirkaŭ vi. Sed tra temp kreskas saĝo kaj same la aĝo kaj ja pliaĝiĝas mi. Oh, yes, pliaĝiĝas mi. Dolorizam mi forpuŝis vi ĝin. Mi grimpis monton kaj mi turnis min. Kaj se vi vidos reflekton en la montara neĝo, la lavang forpuŝos vin. Kaj se vi vidos reflekton en la montara neĝo, la lavang forpuŝos vin. Oh, yes, lavang forpuŝos vin. I think we need to look into some timeouts. I'm going to go ahead and play a Little White Duck. In just a minute. Yeah, evidently my streamer song list tab has disappeared off the face of the internet, so just got to pull that back up again. Thank you for your patience. Salune, my Discord is the place for self-promo. If you'd like to post that you're going live, when you do go live, in the Discord is the place to do it, but not during my stream. If you'd be willing to wait until after my stream to post that, or to, yeah, that'd be kind. I do encourage it in my Discord. But during stream, it's just really distracting to a streamer to just have the conversation completely derailed away from. I know we discuss a lot of topics, but also, you know, like encouraging each other is part of what this community is all about. So it's a tricky thing to find the right balance between when self-promo is appropriate and when it's not. We are at 9, 10, 11. We can turn it off after we've got a total of 12 in the list or whatever. I'm continuing to take requests. It's just fine. Thank you, Salune. I appreciate you, and I do want to encourage you. It's just hard to keep focusing on trying to do my thing. You know what I mean. We're going to play A Little White Duck, which is a Burl Ives song. Interestingly enough, to drop a little hint, the song that I'm hoping to debut next week is one that Burl Ives recorded. Not sure whether that's the version that I'm going for necessarily, but gonna get I found where my streamer song list went. All right, mystery solved. I pulled that tab out, of course, because I needed to. All right. Okay, let's try this one. There's a little white duck sitting in the water, a little white duck doing what he oughta. He took a bite of a lily pad, he flapped his wings and he said, I'm glad I'm a little white duck sitting in the water, quack, quack, quack. There's a little green frog swimming in the water, a little green frog doing what he oughta. He jumped right off of the lily pad that the little duck bit, and he said, I'm glad I'm a little green frog swimming in the water. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. There's a little black bug floating on the water, a little black bug doing what he oughta. He tickled the frog on the lily pad that the little duck bit, and he said, I'm glad I'm a little black bug floating on the water. Bzzzt, bzzzt, bzzzt. There's a little red snake lying in the water, a little red snake doing what he oughta. He frightened the duck and the frog so bad, he ate the little bug and he said, I'm glad I'm a little red snake playing in the water. Hiss, hiss, hiss. Now there's nobody left sitting in the water, nobody left doing what he oughta. There's nothing left but the lily pad. The duck and the frog ran away. I'm sad 'cause there's nobody left sitting in the water. Boo hoo hoo. It is such a cute song. I would really like to add some more cute, silly, funny songs to my repertoire. I, since my childhood, have had an unreasonable number of cute, sad, silly, funny songs, like all of the above, in my brain. And I feel like a lot of them are songs that the general public aren't necessarily super duper familiar with. And so that might be another fun thing to add to my repertoire. So a few months ago, I was adding a whole bunch of songs in French to my repertoire, which made me very, very happy. And now I'm working on adding some songs from the late 1800s to the early 1900s, especially ones with a social message. But don't be surprised if I turn my attention at some point to extremely silly songs. Now, maybe it might be that I need to kind of intersperse those in gradually, because it might be that people can't necessarily take just a huge influx of ridiculous songs all at once. People might just run away screaming. Maybe I'll add them sparingly, little bit at a time. I don't know. Feel free to let me know what you think about all of that. Let's go back to the queue. Oh, we have a request for a Fred Rogers song. We love it. We love him. And they're also very challenging because Mr. Fred Rogers not only was a children's television presenter, but a jazz composer. And Trey Violi, I know one song about bananas. I know of another song about bananas, but that's another song about bananas and one that I don't know. So if you could throw a link in the Discord, perhaps under, is there a Cantin dai Cantoi, or is it Songs Worth Singing or something like that? A punny song. Oh, I will look into that. I would love it if you guys could throw some links to those songs into that place on the Discord we keep songs. There's two. There's one for English ones and one for Esperanto songs. It's not Songs for Feels. It's Cantin dai Cantoi or Songs Worth Singing or something like that, where we put the suggestions. Song suggestions. Thank you, Korako. I made it easier than I thought. All right. If it's a song in English, they should go in song suggestions. Let me see. We have a B flat, an F7. Ugh. Is it really? Is that? No. Here we go. There we go. That's what we want. For some reason, my fingers just are reaching elsewhere. When I see the F7, my fingers go somewhere that is not where the F7 is. So that's a problem at the moment. Let me just... give my fingers a little love and a little talking to. You know? See if we can get them to cooperate. All right, this also has a G minor 7, a D minor 7, an F with a C, a G7 sus 4. Got it. Which makes the G minor 7 that. Okay. Let's see. Should we send links that are like, oh, no, that's not necessary. Just like a YouTube link to a version of it that you particularly like. Maybe the Angela Lansbury version. Although, you know, whichever. Surprise me, it's fine. Something that speaks to your heart. And I can like looking up tabs and stuff is something I'm probably going to need to do myself, because you guys can't necessarily know what I'm looking for and where my challenges are, like what workarounds do I need to figure out and stuff like that. So that's a process that takes a little time, finding the right chords. And I can't read sheet music, so yeah. Occasionally somebody's putting sheet music and I'm like, oh, that's so lovely. I wish I could read it. But I can't. All right. Let's try it with the plectrum. I'm going to be brave. Part of the reason I don't use the plectrum very often, my friends, is because I'm not brave. And when I play with the pad of my thumb, it makes a very small sound. And that makes me think, well, good. If I make a mistake, it'll be a small mistake. That's BS. Going to go ahead and call that out right there. I need to just be braver and make a noise. I'm here to make a noise. I just realized that you requested this in English. And I was on the wrong page. It's you I like. It's not the clothes you wear. It's... Okay, God. I just need... It's you. Something's wrong here. It's you I like. It's not the clothes you wear. It's not the way you do your hair. But it's you I like. I have to look up different tabs. These tabs are completely messed up. I'm so sorry. I'm going to find it momentarily. It's you I like. There's definitely a lot of things that are similar to that. Okay, we want this version maybe. Where did the B flat major 7 come from? Okay. We can do this. It's you I like. It's not the things you wear. It's not the way you do your hair, but it's you I like. The way you are right now, way, way down deep inside you. Not the things that hide you. Not your toys, they're just beside you. But it's you I like. Every part of you, your skin, your eyes, your feelings, whether old or new. I hope that you'll remember, even when you're feeling blue. that it's you I like. It's you yourself. It's you. It's you. It's you I like. Okay, I like that tab quite a bit. It's definitely different. I'm going to copy and paste that into my streamer song list. I keep learning things, and that B flat major 7 is nothing I was playing before. 16 tons is something that I have been listening to recently. I will look at it again, no guarantees. But I need to edit this real quick and paste that there. All right, now we have a note. All of my notes in here that are like tabs are like incomplete. It's just incomplete. So 16 tons is in that genre that I'm currently working on, right? It's songs from the late 18 to early 1900s with a social message. I can say this. This is my stream. It's not just a social message. It's a socialist message. Okay, I did it. I said that thing. All right. Moving on. Don't need to dwell on it. I can just stick with the music. I'm just going to play songs. That's all. We don't have to talk about politics. I can sing about it. All right, we've played this. Let me have a quick look for 16 tons. And see what I think. That G sounds odd. All right, guys. I agree, Xander. It's not that it's child inappropriate. The reason that I tend to tread lightly where possible is that it's generally not considered best practices for Twitch streamers to choose to alienate people by taking political stands. However, the unfortunate thing is that for some people, me included, our existence is political to some people. So it means I can't be true to myself and completely avoid the topic of politics entirely. However, I can try my best to focus on the fact that we all care about each other a lot in this community, and that's the most important thing. Everybody, I see how much support everybody has for each other here, and that just is everything I always wanted. I can't tell you how much it means to me. So I feel like we haven't gone wrong yet. I hope I don't go wrong in the future. But I'm gonna sing the song if I can. It's gonna be really, really rough because I honestly don't know it. Not really. So we're just gonna give it a try. Also, I don't know whether this is the right key for me. Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bone. A man hand that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I went to the mine. Loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal. The strong boss said, well, bless my soul. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Should have turned on auto scroll. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. With one fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. So just a little explanation of what the heck is that, the company store. I accidentally left out a verse. I didn't mean to. It happened when I forgot to auto scroll and I scrolled on and I sang the chorus twice instead of singing one of the verses that's in the middle. Anyway, so the company store, basically there were company towns and company stores. So the company that owned the mine built up a town around it for the mine workers to live in, and there was a company store where the mine workers could buy the things that they needed. However, the mine workers didn't earn enough money to buy the things that they needed, and so the company allowed them to take those things on credit, store credit at the company store. So they were working in the mine and earning some amount of money, but not enough to pay their rent to the company who owned the town and the basic needs to keep body and soul together for their family, who also lived there in the company town. So they would go deeply in debt to the company store, and then it was their employer who held all of their loans, both whether that was the rent or the basic necessities, groceries, and things like that. So that's what that song is about. Yeah, I sang most of it. That's fine. It's no great loss. When songs have a lot of choruses and a lot of verses, it's okay to leave out one. When it's a folk song, people flex and change things up. All right. Well, shall we add that to the repertoire? Corraco, well said. This song also doubles as an absolute banger. Okay, cool. I'm hoping someday to be able to play that with the real E instead of the cheat E, because the transition time to go to the cheat E is too large for many songs. I could try it in another key, I suppose, but not today. What do you think? Should we add that? If I do, that's going to be adding 2, 3 songs to our song list today. That's pretty cool. Add, says Katie. Okay, we'll add that on. Let's see. Add a song. Nope, that's add it to the queue. I want to actually add it to the repertoire. Create new song. We'll just say Johnny Cash, even though it's been recorded by many people. I'll click learning, create, and let's see. Now we add that tab, because I like that tab okay. It's not outstanding, but it's a fine place to start. All right. Back to the queue. I'm gonna add that song to the queue and then click it as played, just so we can have a good record of how many songs I played today. All right, and we have Ring of Fire. Do you really want 16 Tons followed by Ring of Fire? We want to do a bunch of Johnny Cash. Is that what we're doing? This one has fewer chords. I'm only a little happy about that. Okay, I'm very happy about that. I'm gonna do Tiny Stretch. Tennessee Ernie Ford, of course. I don't have to, but that wasn't the question. The question was, would you like me to? Or were you putting that on the list in case I didn't sing 16 Tons? Stretching feels so good. If you guys haven't stretched in a little while, maybe stretch a little bit because it's phenomenal. Are you staying hydrated? Okay. It was to get you to 12 songs. Okay. All right. Well, we'll get there, and I'll still pick some sort of an ending song. So I got to 12 without it. All right. Still not right. What is wrong here? This is the problem. They are closed, aren't they? I thought they were closed already. Yes? No, sorry guys, we're still not there. All right, closer. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring, bound by one's desires. I fell down to a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire, that ring of fire. Why is auto scroll off? Auto scroll is broken. Come on. Okay. There we go. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, that fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire, that ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire, that ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but that fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire, that ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire, that ring of fire, the ring of fire. All right, Xander. Birkin squirrel. Birkin squirrel. All right. Very cute. I like that song. Can't say I really feel like I own it yet, but I'm getting closer. I'm definitely getting closer. It feels, there are parts of it that feel a bit smoother, like feeling a little more comfortable with it. Been a long time since I've sung it. Let me just have a look for something like a wind down kind of something. Let's see. Thank you all so much for those emotes. So much fun. You can't possibly know what that does for a streamer to like see the energy in the chat. All right. So we're in rogue mode. Definitely in rogue mode. And I'm just looking for what might be good ending song or two. I'm going to throw Tea and a Friend on the list because it's been a while. And let me see. Do I want to do Winner Takes It All? I think I want to do the Winner Takes It All. And did that go on the queue? Did I do that right? I did not. that. That's how we do that. And I want something a cappella. I'll do Parting Glass. So we start and end with an a cappella for today. All right. You guys get 3 ending songs because I'm feeling it today. Yes. All right. Let's see. What order do I want to do these in? I'm going to start with The Winner Take It All. And then Tea and a Friend. And then The Parting Glass. I'm going to run to the bathroom really quickly. And then we are going to wind up with those 3 songs. So it's going to put us around a little bit over 3 hours for today, which I feel good about. I'm not going to run an ad. I'm just going to go to the BRB screen real quick. All right, be right back. Okay, here we are. Back again for our last 3 songs. The Winner Takes It All is one of the super new songs on my song list. And so I'm still working on it in terms of like making it mine. And I love it very much. And that's not a clickable link. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Trying to think about do I want to use a plectrum or not? I'm going to try it with the plectrum and see how that goes. I don't want to talk about things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history. I've played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. Nothing more to say. No more haste to play. The winner takes it all. The loser's standing small beside the victory. That's her destiny. I was in your arms, thinking I belonged there. I figured it made sense, building me a fence, building me a home, thinking I'd be strong there. But I was a fool, playing by the rules. The gods may throw the dice, the mind's as cold as ice, And someone way down here loses someone dear. The winner takes it all, the loser has to fall. It's simple and it's plain, why should I complain? But tell me, does she kiss like I used to kiss you? Does it feel the same when she calls your name? Somewhere deep inside, you must know I miss you. But what can I say? Rules must be obeyed. The judges will decide. The likes of me abide. Spectators of the show, always staying low. The game is on again. A lover or a friend, a big thing or a small, the winner takes it all. I don't wanna talk, 'cause it makes me feel sad, and I understand. You've come to shake my hand. I apologize if it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense. No self-confidence. But you see, the winner takes it all. 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 And that's how you end a song. Yeah. Okay, that one's a heavy one. Didn't warn you beforehand. Should I have an emote for songs that make me cry? Because we've got one of Claire Pick's emotes for that. There's the Claire Pick's thump. We could put a thump category of songs. That's something we could do. All right. Stretching a little. I'm not going to stretch it out too much with these last three songs. I'm just going to take a moment in between them to kind of like reset my energy a little bit. Have a sip of a drink. Hope you all are having a delicious hydrating beverage. A crying crocodile. See, someday get a few more emotes. Someday. And it's a topic we need to start discussing. What emotes are missing from our emote collection. Crying is a thing. What kind of moving emotes do we want to consider? Because we haven't got any moving emotes yet. I can imagine like a head bop kind of thing could be cute. Some sort of like a dancing to the music type thing. It's something we need to, start thinking on. All right, let's see. Frug. There's a dance called the Frug. Is that the frug you're talking about? Kind of. I think the cat jam emote gives that vibe. Is that the frug you mean? Are you familiar with the cat jam emote? Moving emote. All right. There was a Japanese English book about a frog spelled frug. Okay, that's the frug. Okay, is there a particular design? Like, is it an illustrated book? Does the frug have a particular look? I think a frog emote would definitely have a place in our community. I think it could be good to have a frog. Before I had the crocodile mascot, one of my online personas was a little green frog. So I definitely have a soft spot in my heart for a frog. So we're gonna have tea. Constellatio has put the kettle on. I hope you put in enough water for all of us. We're going to have a lovely cup of tea. It's lovely to have a cup of tea with a friend, especially when you're undergoing any kind of struggles. Tea and a friend sometimes is all you need. You're in over your head. Your concentration is dead. This deadline's got you stressing like mad. Just take a deep breath. You'll get out of this mess. I won't lie and tell you it's not so bad, but I can say a cup of tea makes your problems seem smaller. A cup of tea makes the cold seem warmer. It gives you strength to try it all again. You can do it with tea and a friend. It's been raining all day. The clouds just won't go away. Umbrellas don't help when there's such a gale. You've arrived in a huff. I see that you've had enough. I sit you down before you start to wail. Put the kettle on, a cup of tea makes your problems seem smaller. A cup of tea makes the cold feel warmer. It gives you strength to try it all again. You can do it with tea and a friend. We talked about adding something like it a while ago, and the look of some African rain frogs is pretty fitting for frug technical difficulties. Yes, a frug for technical difficulties. Technical difficulty frug! Yes, I like the idea. And I do love the look of some of those rain frogs. Yes, absolutely. I love that song. It was our ending song for a while. Then it was our raid song for a while. And I just needed to play it today. Even, we didn't have a raid, and that's fine. Like, I just want to play it for you all that are here because I love that song. This song was written by a YouTuber who plays the harp, and she has a lot of educational content about the harp, which is amazing. I love it. But she's so extra talented that she also wrote this original song and performed it on the ukulele in her garden with tea. I love it. It's very much over the top. In her inimitable British way, you know? It's not just tea, it's British tea. So that's the backstory of this song. Her name is Christy Lynn, and I think that's the name of her YouTube channel as well. And if you like harp music, I would definitely check her out because she's just a cutie patootie. Absolutely a cutie patootie. My friends, I have enjoyed your company so much today that I am very sad about the fact that my energy is not unlimited, because I would like to hang out with you for longer. The British conquered the whole world by taking regular tea breaks. Something to it. Tea, when it came from Asia to Britain, from Asia to the British Empire, was touted by the medical establishment to be a real panacea. And that kind of got into the British psyche about tea being able to just make everything better. And then that seeped right into that song. And I just love it. And there is something about a cup of tea when things are wrong that just kind of lets you reset and you just feel a little bit better. But tea and a friend that's the best of all. Absolutely the best of all. You know what I'm going to do? While we're chit-chatting, I'm going to have a quick look over here just for a second before I sing my final song here. Why is everything? Nothing is working exactly like I hope that it would right now. So that's a challenge. Yeah, I have difficult decisions to make right now. But we have one more song to sing. Meanwhile, I am racking my brain. I'm often rating someone outside of my category, but today I think I may very well pick someone in the music category. So that's where I'm leaning right now. Undecided at this point. So I'm going to sing a final song for you all. And then I will make my decision and we'll find someone else to go hang out with. And I appreciate you all so very much. I can't tell you the amount of good that you do me. I had certain specific hopes when I came to Twitch. Like, it took me about a year, 9 months to a year, somewhere around there, from when I started participating in Twitch and knew that I wanted to do something here to actually start streaming. And I had certain hopes, very specific hopes. I wanted to develop a habit of making music so that I would make some improvements. I wanted some help being more responsible about practicing more frequently. And that has absolutely happened. And the other thing that I wanted was to create a community of people who love languages, and including people who are learning Esperanto. And there's a lot more detail that I'm not going to go into about that, but that also is absolutely happening. And so what I'm trying to say right now is that when I look back 4 years ago, and yes, I've been streaming for 4 years, if I were to tell me 4 years ago what's going on now with the stream community and the Discord and all, I would be so ecstatic, because you all are making my dreams come true in lots of very specific ways. And the thing that makes me the happiest, my face is leaking because I'm happy. Please excuse my happy leaking face. It's not that I'm sad. The thing that makes me the happiest is seeing how you all are with each other. And how much love and support you all give each other. And I can't tell you how much that means to me, and how that makes me feel to see that happening. And I was in a place in my life when I first started streaming where I had some doubts about humanity, and I was kind of like, I just want to step aside and not be with people very much was where I was at with it. And you all are proving me wrong in what I was feeling, and giving me so much more hope and joy and love in my life. And I'm just so grateful. So thank you for being you, and for being here, and for being kind, and I love you. Can I sing this song after getting emotional? I don't think so. I need slightly less moisture inside my face. Y'all are the right people. The Parting Glass. Of all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm I've ever done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall, so filled me the parting glass. Good night, and joy be to you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away, and and all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it fell unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call, good night, and joy be to you all. A man may drink and not be drunk. A man may fight and not be slain. A man may court a pretty girl, and perhaps be welcomed back again. But since it has so ought to be, by a time to rise and a time to fall, come fill to me the parting glass. Good night, and joy be with you all. So fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whate'er befall, and gently rise and softly call, good night, and joy be to you all. Good night, and joy be with you all. Prost indeed, coraco, ye via sano. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you all so much. I'm gonna find a friend to hang out with, and I'm gonna go eat some food, as it didn't go that well. The eating snacks in the middle of stream. All right, my decision-making process is now more difficult than it was before I started singing that last song. So I'm having another quick look here. The channels are in a funny order. Let me change the order. That may help my brain just a little bit. We're gonna go hang out with our friend Call Sign Scarecrow. Maddie is an incredibly talented and underrated musician. He also tells very long stories like I do sometimes. So I feel he's a guy after my own heart, but just so super talented. He has recently released a new single on YouTube. His name is Ukulele. It's called Ukulele. It's a really, really good song. It's called Ukulele. It's a really, really good song. 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 It's a really, really good s his talent is not just for music, but also for filmmaking. So the video is really amazing. Let me just check real quick that he hasn't, like, isn't gonna finish real soon here. Hang on. How long has he been going? 3 hours and a little bit. I mean, he tends to go long, so I think this is going to be fine. I think this should be good. All right. That's how we do that, and I need to remember to copy my raid call. Because sometimes I forget. I will be back on Wednesday with some games, and on Friday with a stream in Esperanto. We might do music on Friday or a combination, and see how that goes. Wednesdays is usually RimWorld. No promises, but that's what we tend to do on Wednesdays. So yeah. I think that's about all I need to say, other than thank you again for being amazing, for being here. Xander, thank you so heckin' much for your enormous and amazing support for the equipment fund. So I'm gonna make really good decisions. I'm gonna get really good advice. I'm gonna make sure that we do this right. And we're heading over to Call Sign Scarecrows now. I will see you there. Bye.